Hello everybody and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn and in this video we have another speaking test for you. This time we have the speaking test with Frank, so enjoy. Okay, good afternoon. My name is Glyn. Would you please tell me your full name?
So, good afternoon. My name is Frank Levis.
And what should I call you?
You can call me Frank.
Great. Now, in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Do you work or do you study?
So, I'm actually a student. I am currently undertaking my bachelor's degree in economics with a minor in management. And it's a 3-year program. And in September, I'm going to start my second year.
And what do you like about your studies?
Well, first of all, it's a very large field. There's a lot of information and topics that we can discuss in class. I like to discuss with my classmates about the economies in the world, or just about also financial facts like interest rates or macroeconomic policies. So that's what I like.
And what would you like to do after you finish studying?
So after I finish to study, I am keen to pursue my studies in a master's degree in either finance or management. I still haven't decided yet, but I think I still have time to decide which one suits me best.
Now I'd like to talk to you about walking. Do you like walking?
Yes, I like to walk. Honestly, I prefer to ride a bike, but I can also I like to I like to walk, probably with somebody, not alone, but yeah.
And how often do you go for a walk?
Uh, Probably every day, but not for a lot of time, for maybe 1 hour maximum each day, I would say.
And what are some popular places to walk in your hometown?
So my hometown isn't very big, so it's very limited for walking. There are the same, like, usual 2 or 3 gardens where you can walk with your friends or just sit and talk. Then another place where you can go to walk is uh, it's really small. There are not a lot of places where you can go to walk. Like, it's just a road with a few parks, and that's it. So
Okay.
it's very normal.
Let's move on now and talk about noise and sounds. Are there any sounds that you really like?
Sounds. That's an interesting question. If you mean like sounds, I like in music. There are some sounds in music that I like, especially when there's the guitar in the background of the music. It really relaxes my ears. But apart that, I'm not sure.
And do you have any friends who speak really loudly?
Yes, well, my brother. My brother is probably the person that speaks the loudest in the world that I know. Each time his mouth opens, he really, like, for him, normal speaking is shouting. So yeah, definitely my brother.
And do your neighbors make a lot of noise?
Um, I've been very lucky in my life. I've had a few neighbors, because the building where I live is like doesn't have has no neighbors. But when I had some neighbors, they were calm. They were especially old, so they weren't really active. They didn't make parties or some kind of activities that made noise. So no.
Okay, thank you. Now, in this next part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic, and I would like you to speak about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. But before
Okay.
that, before that, you will have 1 minute to prepare for your talk, and you may take notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I will now share the topic on my screen. I'd like you to describe a piece of advice that you recently received. Now, your 1 minute preparation time starts now. Okay, so that's the end of your preparation time. To remind you, you will have up to 2 minutes to give your talk, and I'll let you know when the time is up. Can you
Okay.
start speaking now, please?
Okay. So this thing happened this at the beginning of this year, and it was one of my friends in university that told me this, and he told me to stop seeking for perfection. So overall, I think I am a perfectionist. I try to do everything with the best I can, and sometimes I tend to criticize myself for making the smallest mistake, and sometimes my friend told me that sometimes it showed that I was a bit like sad, even if I achieved something good, but it wasn't perfect. So my friend told me this, and I thought about it multiple times, and he is right, but I still don't know what to change, because I think it's good to seek for perfection, because if you don't aim for the top, I don't think you can achieve the top. But it is also true that it's not fair to criticize yourself or just not be happy because you didn't get exactly what you wanted, and you nearly got it, just maybe for a few points, or not exactly what I wanted. So I think that I need to work on this, but I also don't think that I need to completely change this manner of viewing things. So
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So we've been speaking about, or you've been speaking about a piece of advice that you recently received. Now I'd like to move on and talk about advice in general. How important is it to have friends who can give good advice?
I think it is one of the most important things in life. I think, first of all, friends are one of the most important things in life, and good friends are even more important. And friends that can give you advice on yourself or how you behave once, or just what you can do better in life, I think it's one of the most important things in life. It's like fundamental if you want to succeed, I think.
And do you agree that it's better not to give advice unless someone specifically asks for it?
I think it depends. I think that sometimes people don't understand, like don't see that they are not behaving correctly, or that they're making a mistake, and that and sometimes these kind of people just don't ask for advice because they think they are right. But you, as a good friend, I think you should give them advice, even if you just think that something they did is not the right thing, or if they could do better. I think even if they don't ask for it, you should tell them, I think.
Can you give some specific examples of this?
So I don't have an example, a personal example, but in general, maybe if you are at the restaurant with a friend, and he maybe he meets someone new, and he speaks to them with a tone that, with not with a good tone, or if like you just met him and you speak to him as a friend, I would tell him, hey, look, maybe you should talk to this person a little bit better, or you just met him, so like look out for the words you tell them,
All right,
something like this.
let's move on now and talk about advice in other contexts.
Okay.
What role does advice play in the workplace?
Uh, can you please rephrase the question?
How do some people give advice when they work with each other?
Well, maybe when you work with someone, you want that this person achieves the best in his workplace. So maybe you would just learn with him, or just make him uh, see what he could do better in his work. Maybe show him how you could do something better. I don't know.
And do you think it's okay for workers to give advice to their bosses?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the boss is the one who commands, the one who tells everybody what to do. But I also think that the employee should give advice to the boss, maybe on how to manage better a team, or make better decisions for the for the enterprise, or just in general. It's not because the boss controls everything that everything he does is correct. So I think the employee should give advice to the boss.
And do you think professional advisors like counselors or psychologists or financial advisors give better advice than friends and family?
Uh, I don't think so, because friends and families know your situation better than everyone. So a financial analyst may give you some good advice, but I don't think he has the overall picture of your life. So maybe I think a mix of the two would be perfect. Someone who is competent and knows what he's speaking about, but also someone who knows maybe some deep facts of your life. Or yeah.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of the test. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that speaking test from Frank. He did pretty well. I will, of course, give more detailed feedback about this very soon. We are coming towards the end of June, but I am still doing free writing feedback at the moment. So if you'd like to have some writing feedback, please do get in touch. And also, I do have a bit of time to give some more practice speaking tests. So if you'd like your own practice speaking test with feedback, again, get in touch. Information is given below. But for now, I will leave it there. Have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be. Thank you, and bye-bye.